So I ask him again. Number 17. Why I think God is going to turn my mother's story into a Netflix movie. Previous story, listen to it because this is just a part 3. So I asked him again. I said, well, Pop, you don't want me to come and visit you? And he screams at me like I said in the previous video. And I said, well, you know, I'd be more than happy to come and visit you at Mommy's house. Mind you, remember I said, naturally, what's going to always come out of my house is Mommy's house, right? He goes, Dana. I say, yeah? He goes, why you keep saying your mother's house? I was like, I didn't say anything. I kept quiet. He goes, you need to understand it's me and your mother's house. Right? So now I get annoyed and I said, no. By law, because she passed away, by inheritance, and according to Florida law, it's your house and my house 50-50%. Well, Dana, I just want you to know I don't want no other people having a key to the house. People stole, your family stole stuff from the house before, and I don't want people in the house like that. And I just want to know, like, once you get a copy to the key, once you get a copy of the key, are you still going to be coming to the house? Why am I not allowed to come to my mother's house? And again, he goes, no, it's me and your mother's house. I'm like, what am I fighting? So I said, you know what? I needed a breather. So I took the key that he handed me and I went to go make a copy, right? I went to Home Depot to go make a copy. I told him I'll be back. I leave the house. I stop recording. I call my uncle. And I said, my heart is so broken. My uncle's like, what is wrong? So I just start crying over the phone. I start crying. I'm crying. And I couldn't even get the words out. So my uncle calls my aunt, his wife, and she's on the phone with me. This lady, whenever she comes on the phone, my heart just melts when I talk to her, right? So she's on the phone. She's like, Dana, what happened? And I said, I'm not even going to tell you what happened. I'm going to send you the recording of what happened. So I hung up the phone with them, sent the recording to them. My uncle texted me back. He's like, I am not happy with everything that I heard. 1. 2, why would he not expect you to come to the house after you get the key? Is there something that he's hiding? I said, Uncle, I don't know. He goes, 3, why would he change the lock or the key and not tell you? Knowing you let all of us in to be able to have a place to stay so that we didn't waste money on hotels. Why would he? And then he's like, 4, we ain't steal nothing from that damn house. Why would we steal from our sister? I said, exactly. So I was so distraught. I finished crying with my aunt and my uncle over the phone. And they were like, do you want us to come down? And I said, no, you don't have to come down. What are you going to come down for? If anything, I would need y'all to come down when it's time to sit in front of a jury and a trial and judge and have to defend my mother. I was like, I would prefer for you guys to come down then, but not for petty stuff like this. So they were like, okay. So I was so distraught after that. I forgot to record going back in, right? So I go back in and I said, okay, Dana, time to think. Get back into the mode of reading this nigga for the filth that he is, right? So I said, I go back in and I said, hey, you got mail. So I pull up the mail for Mommy's life insurance thing. I open it for him. And I said, oh, this is Mommy's life insurance. And he goes, oh, yeah. Before he could say another word, I ripped the shit open. And I said, oh, it's the check for her life insurance. Here you go. Mind you, I didn't get my check yet. Why? Because a bitch was fucking still distraught. I was distraught. But you had time to do all of that. So again, I didn't know the process of doing the life insurance, like the cash out for it, because I didn't do my part yet. Remember, he got her 401k and I helped him to sign the paperwork, but I thought that's all you had to do, right? Then, when we had found out that she had life insurance with me and him on it, he was able to do it alone. But remember, he was playing fool the whole time, talking about, Dana, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, right? So I said, oh, here goes a check, $74,000. Here you go. So he looked at me, he go, oh, well, they call me and then they ask me, questions, and then they send the mail, then they send the check in the mail. So I believed it foolishly, and I was like, oh, all right. But then it explains why you had somebody else picking up the mail, because you didn't expect me to go and get the fucking mail from him. So I leave the house. No, I didn't leave the house yet. And then he goes, well, we have things to do with the different houses in St. Lucia and Grenada. And I just thought I needed to speak. Give me a whole... I didn't ask you no questions. I said, here you go. What happened? Guilt eating your ass up. So I said, all right, cool. Right? Still going on. So he goes, oh, with this money, I'm going to see if I could buy my daughter a car. Mind you, the previous week he's telling me, oh, I don't know if I want my daughter to come up here and live with me because, she's so sometime-ish and she didn't do anything with herself like how you did something with yourself. You went to school and you got a career. She just decided to be a security guard, and I'm not proud about that. I'm not proud about that. And I'm like, what are you telling me this for? This sounds like something you need to fix with her. I didn't even know she was a security guard or whatever she was doing. I said, that sounds like you need to call her and talk to her about that, right? But we'll get into his daughter part, because he made a whole big stink out of it, and I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. So anyway, he's like, yeah, and with this money, with your mom's 401k, I want to make sure my brother has a new roof, and when he gets the new roof, then I'm going to send money to go do this and this in a different... Mind you, he got the whole 401k that my mother worked hard for. You didn't give me a dime. You didn't ask me if I need anything. I'm lying. He said, do you want me to buy you some dinner, like takeout from the 401k? I said, I'm okay. I'm all right. That's it. Meanwhile, I'm missing work. I'm calling out of work. I'm taking care of all your stuff. At one point, my aunt was like, where are his kids? Why are you taking on this load? And that's not even your dad. Where are his kids? Why you have to get him health insurance, Medicare A and B, supplemental, contact the rehab facility, see if they got their deposit? Why are you signing as his proxy? Why this? My aunt was like, where are his kids? This is too much for you. My aunt was like, you still have to bury your mother. Mind you, I didn't bury my mother yet when I was doing all this. She was like, where are his kids? You need to bury your mother. You need to set her up so that she can get cremated. We're all coming to town. Where are his kids? And I said, Auntie, the story that this man gave me about his kids, it's just me. So anyway, back to leaving the house. So he gave me stories about how he's going to allocate money to do what. And I said, okay. I left the house. Now I'm going to tell you about the life insurance.